All right, man, here we are. We are at part three, and we are set to explore the world where we are specifically going to look at enjoying life, the enjoyment of life. And the contrast continues. So when I say enjoyment, enjoying life, what do you think, right? We think of having fun. We think about laughing. Maybe it's not even going to that extreme. Maybe it's just being content and being, happy, satisfied. Maybe it's just that emotional feeling of feeling safe, and not living in fear, right? There is one sense where you're planning it all. You make a big grand plan on how you're going to achieve the fun that you're going to do. You look at your calendar, you look at your expenses, you see what you're going to do and when. And you're going to call your friends and you're going to make plans and you're going to think about all the things that you enjoy in life. Maybe it's music, maybe it's fashion, maybe it's games, maybe it's conversations and things that are going to intellectually stimulate you. All kinds of things in the world that you might enjoy. Savory foods and things like that, And if you're going to even indulge in some crazy food, sugars and all that junk, well, enjoy it. But keep in mind that there is a limit in which you're going to end up losing, right? So it's that understanding that there is a limit to the kinds of things you can play around with. That's one aspect. The other aspect is just let things flow. The flow of nature. Things are going to come crashing on you. Things are going to be thrown at you, and you're always going to have to be dealing with that. And so part of that planning aspect might help you plan for when things go wrong. I think a good example for this is when you think about the things that you're going to lose. Are you okay with the loss that you're going to have? And I challenge you, because everyone is going to have a degree of what that is, including me, right? We are still trying to survive. So if I lose items, you can pick any item in this room, and if I lost it, it broke, it got smashed, I am okay with that. None of this is going to be that important. I am completely all right. The people that you love, the people, your friends and your family. Some people come in our lives and then they go. And we never see them again. It doesn't mean that they passed away, but just, you know what I mean. Some people come into our lives, they stay a while and then they go. Are you okay with that? We may miss people, we may miss things in our lives, but being able to let go, accepting the loss, helps us enjoy life. It puts things into perspective. Focus on what was good during that relationship that you have with that person or that thing, and then move on. Plan to benefit again from something that's similar. If you've lost something that you enjoy, that's an item, look towards getting a new one. Finding friends, when someone special is in your life and you've lost them, we can replace them with others who are like-minded, And so that is going with the flow. And going with the flow is being able to go where things take you, and you can enjoy that. So when you take the two, where there is a plan, where you're planning things, and yet going with the flow, there is a greater chance of you enjoying life. And again, these things aren't always easy. They challenge us a lot, especially when there is this really strong emotional attachment that you have to something. Having no attachments allows you to focus on life, focus on your job, focus on the things, just focus in general, without having such a distraction. But that's because the loss isn't going to tear us down. It isn't going to make us cross the boundaries to go into that negativity, right? So during our periods of mourning, whether somebody has passed away, or we've lost that relationship with somebody that we really loved, didn't work out, or that item that we had and it's just, we can't replace it or it's gone, we're going to feel it. And that's where coming to your meditation is going to benefit you. Meditation is going to help you pull through these tough times. Almost always. It will help pull you through much faster than if you weren't meditating at all. So keep that in mind as one of the things that we end up doing when we are experiencing hard times and we sit down for meditation. We end up going back to part 1. Remember part 1 where we explored the 5 senses? We start to see the reality that we live in. We start to explore things of beauty, from color to shapes to sound and taste. And we start to indulge in all the basics of life, right down to the basics. I think that would be the third dynamic in part 3, is to go back to part 1 and start to enjoy the basics of your experience. Can't say it better than that. So take for what it is. To enjoy the life, you're going to need planning. You're going to need to go with the flow. And you're going to get in touch and connect with the basics of life. And so that concludes our 3-part mini-series of exploring your world and how you interact with it, and then how you enjoy your time in that as well. And so stay with us until we move on to our next lesson. And until then, enjoy life. Take care, and I wish you well.